Hello. Excuse me. I forgot to flip up the camera cover. It's alright. Audio check. Good, good. Alright, hello everyone. How are you doing tonight? On this dark and spooky Saturday. We are back for Doom 3. If I'm right, we should be finishing the Lost Mission expansion tonight. I think we only have 2 missions left to go. And I don't know what the last mission is. Sometimes the last mission is just a boss fight, which means we might only have 1 real level left. So I'm thinking tonight's stream might be right at 3 hours, if they're both full levels. If the last one's just a boss fight, depending on how complicated the boss fight is, this might be a shorter stream tonight. Well, we'll see. But before we go into it, is that little dot on Mars? Is that the installation? Or it's above the word any now. It's on the planet Mars itself. It looks man-made. It's red and white, some small bit of metal. Well, small in comparison to the planet. Interesting. Anyway. Hello everyone. Welcome to Spooky Saturdays. I am your host, Lord Orfeo. Know that I stream 6 nights a week, from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time. Also note that the end time to each of my streams may always be extended. Really just depends upon my personal energy level, the level of enthusiasm we have for whatever it is I happen to be streaming that night, and the amount of content there is to be streamed. In addition, note that I do stream something different every night of the week. Mondays are typically indie games, Tuesdays are retro games, Wednesdays in Discord we watch anime together, and afterwards, on the Twitch channel, we have a Just Chatting stream. Thursdays are dedicated to role-playing games, Fridays typically to AAA games, and Saturdays to spooky games. So if any of those stream themes are of interest to you, then you're welcome to drop me a follow, and I hope to see you sometime during the week. Alright, and now with our opening announcements now out of the way, let us return to the stream of the day. Again, we are here for Spooky Saturdays, stream day dedicated to spooky games. And we are continuing tonight with the Lost Mission expansion to Doom 3. When last we left off, our character had just entered hell, literally. And as I said, I think we only have 2 levels left. I did a bit of research, and it looks like there are 8 levels within the Lost Mission expansion. And we have completed 6 of them, so obviously that's simple subtraction. So, let us load into the game. No, there's my controller. Let us load into the game. Alright. And actually, let's wait a little bit more. Let's wait until at least 5 minutes have expired. I don't know why, but typically it takes me about... Actually, I guess about now. Unless people start chattering in chat very early. To finish with my opening announcements. It's funny to go back and see how much better I've gotten at this. If you look at my earlier streams, some of which are on YouTube, though I don't organize my streams in chronological order, I organize them in alphabetical order. But if you find an earlier one, not only will I be reading off a note card on the side or a screen on the side, so I'm not looking at my game screen, but I noticed it was also taking me between like 10 to like 12 minutes to get through the opening announcements, which was really long. And yeah, after memorizing and sort of truncating it, it got a lot easier, and it got a lot shorter. And Ratika's here. Hello, Ratika. Welcome, Ratika, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Shout out to Ratika. Last casting Persona 5 Royal. Have you... Well, no, yes. You have tested the ring light. You're good? That's good, Ratika. I'm glad you're doing well. I have just woken up. Not more than 40 minutes, though. Not more than an hour ago. So I'm still pepping up a bit with a cup of coffee. For you, it's 3 a.m. For me, it is 8 o'clock at night. And I'm just waking up. But I try to wake up closer to stream time so I have more energy for the stream. So, I don't know how much you'll be able to stick with us tonight, as it is very late. But regardless, I do thank you for stopping in, Ratika, and I hope things continue to go well for you. Alright, I'm getting my earbuds. Okay. And we are now past the 5-minute starter. I like to wait at least 5 minutes before launching stream. Alright. Give people a chance to get here. We'll still be probably seeing more people drop in, but let us dive in right now. And actually, we're probably going to even pause a little bit at the start screen here, because my glasses are a bit smudgy. So yes, these are the final 2 missions, or the final 2 levels, within the Lost Mission expansion. We are not playing as Doomguy, to review what's going on in the game. We are playing as the unknown, last surviving member of Bravo Team. I was going to say either Beta or Bravo. I think it's Bravo Team. And in the main campaign, Doomguy, which it wasn't really Doomguy at the time, just Space Marine guy, he was on his way to assist Bravo Team, but all of Bravo Team got wiped out, and since they got wiped out, Doomguy sort of took over Bravo Team's objective. The last surviving member of Bravo Team was contacted by a scientist after he recovered and given a new objective. And that was that there is a teleporter in the other dimension, which is actually Hell, that the demons could use to not only escape Hell and make it to Mars, but is powerful enough and has the range capabilities of actually teleporting all the way to Earth, should the teleportation technology that the company that is using ever replicates a teleporter and puts it on Earth. And so it is your job to make it into Hell, which, as you can see, we've done. We've literally just got here. To make it here and shut down the portal. So I'm not really sure how that's going to happen exactly, because if we shut down the portal, how are we going to make it back? Maybe we're going to put some sort of time delay explosives on it and then just jump through the portal and hope that it works. I have no idea, but we'll see. Okay, that's much better. So let's read the description of the level and then we'll get into it. So it says, Hell. In due time their foot will slip. Their day of disaster is near, and their doom rushes upon them. Alright, and Jamera has redeemed Hydrate. Hello, Jamera. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Cheers to you, Jamera. You're doing good, that's good. We're just about to get into some other fun first-person shootery stuff. Borderlands 2 ended on a high note. I had a lot of fun with it. I was actually surprised at how much fun with it I had last night. I really only intended to go up to like the 3-hour marker, but I was having so much fun I literally didn't want to stop playing. And so we just pushed on and beat True Vault Hunter mode. And then you suggested that quest, and we did that one. Then after that, I wanted to try out the rewards I got. And then after that, we tried the raid boss, which we did get closer. I think the first time we tried at like level 46, we took a good chunk out of Terramorphous, but we didn't get nearly as close as we did last night. Last night we got him under half health. So, yeah. I do think maybe one day we will return to both Borderlands 2 and to the Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I just don't know when. My guess is maybe once we've beaten all of the Borderlands games and we're going through other series games in the future, and we kind of just want to take a break, because some of the games are going to play are first-person shooters, some are going to be stealth action. Maybe in between, sandwiched in between some of those series, we'll jump back to a Borderlands 2 playthrough, or we'll just jump back to a Borderlands the pre-sequel playthrough. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But this is Doom 3, and we have just entered Hell with Bravo Team Guy, and our goal is to find the portal that is here and destroy it. We have 2 levels to go, this being the first of the 2, and then we have beaten the Lost Mission expansion. Alright, let's review. Rank is Marine Security. The current location we're in is unidentified. It is really hell. We have no current objective, but really it is to destroy the portal. So, you can see here we have 2 hell towers. It looks like these doors are blocked. I'm guessing, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm probably not, that this door and this door spawn enemies, and I don't know if they're going to be unlimited. I don't know how strong they're going to be. We might be able to just sprint past them. It looks like we have to go through that door up ahead, which is not sealed. We were given a lot of supplies here. We have almost full armor, which I'm not going to pick that up because I'd rather save it. We have a large health pack there. We have a lot of plasma rifle ammo. We have some chain gun ammo. That's the door we came from, that's kind of gross. That's the portal that we came out of. More large health packs here, and some other stuff is already missing because we've collected it. But this kind of worries me here, because why are there so many supplies here? It makes me think that this might actually be a boss fight coming up, which I could see that. Actually, there's more than 2 towers. I just noticed that there's 3 towers. Oh boy. I wonder if we're going to fight like 3 Hell Knights. I hope not. So let's review our... You're doing good? Did I read that already? I'm glad you're doing good, Jamera. Let's review our weapons. So we have our fists. We have this scanner gun, which I think we're supposed to be making more use of, but we haven't been. It's kind of a cool little tool. You can't really use it to shoot anything as far as enemies go, but you can use it to like pick up an item sometimes, like a box or an explosive canister, and throw it at an enemy. We've only done that like once or twice. But something else that's pretty cool is you can use this gun to grab an item that's far away, like a health pack or ammo or armor. So that's kind of neat. And it has unlimited usages. We have a handgun with a lot of ammo. the standard pump action shotgun, the double-barreled shotgun, double-barreled sawed-off shotgun, which is pretty awesome. It is pretty OP. This has become my new favorite Doom gun. And you have to reload after every shot, but it's pretty devastating. You have a fully loaded machine gun. Also, the double-barreled sawed-off shotgun is not in the main campaign for Doom 3. I don't know if I do not know if it's exclusive to the Lost Mission. It might also be in the Resurrection of Evil expansion, but it is a ton of fun. You have a fully loaded chain gun, 46 grenades, a fully loaded plasma rifle, over 60 rockets, and we have half a dozen, actually I think it's like 10 charges on the BFG 9000, which worries me, because anytime I find this gun, it makes me think that we're going to go up against some serious stuff. So, yeah, that does worry me. But let us enter in slowly, and we are going to enter in with the double-barrel shotgun. Alright, here we go. And I hope we can come back as well, in case we need any of these supplies. I bet you can just sprint all the way to the other side and avoid all these fights. But that is not my way. At least not currently. If we die here a few times, I might just do that. But then, of course, if we do that, we can't ever come back for any of these supplies. But we'd save supplies. Oh, no. Is it babies? Is it babies? Oh, they're so quick. Oh no! No! Bad baby! Bad baby! Oh! Ow! No, I didn't mean to get a med kit! I don't think handgun bullets are really doing that much with this thing here. We're gonna toggle to a different gun. I hate wasting ammo. Shotgun. There we go. Just one shell at a time from the pump action. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. We took some damage there, but the armor took a good brunt of it. Now what I'm curious about, if I get close to these doors again, these towers, are they going to release more enemies, or no? Let's see. If they do, I'm just booking it. No, maybe I'm safe. Will I get hurt if I touch this? No. Okay, so I guess once I clear out one of them, either I don't have to worry about it, or maybe if I leave and come back, I will have to worry about it. I don't know. But we cleared that one out. Oh, I didn't even see that was lava. I almost walked right in there. That would have been horrible. Only one enemy came out of here. Which was that floating head. Are you serious? More babies. I'm not messing with the babies. Where you going? Come on. Come on. Oh! I didn't know this was a double-barreled shotgun. I also didn't know he was behind me. Well, that could have gone better. Huh. I wasn't aware what weapon I had in my hand. I wait on that head to get right up to me, and I blast it. I guess I was just too far away. That stinks. I hate wasting ammo. I hate wasting ammo to the point where I almost feel like reloading. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to push through. Yeah, I thought I just heard more babies. Actually, let's get ready. In case more babies do come out. Alright, so this one's safe now. We just got that one to go. Oh, I got more supplies over there, too. It's messing with me. I can hear more babies. And it sounds like they're in that tower. Oh, it's you. Oh, no. And a pinky. It's Pinky on the bin. It's multiple pinkies. I'm going to die. Go away. Go away. One. Two. Alright. You want to use rockets? Oh, he's going to hit me. Come on. There we go. Let's use rockets. I'll play your game. Come on. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Oh, you can reload this really quickly. Let's reload all our guns. Alright, we're good. We're good. Where am I going? I'm going that way. You know what? Let's go get some health. I don't think 43 is a good number that we should be sitting on. Oh, I almost did it again. Almost walked right into the lava. Well, those are teeth. I just noticed that. This was the giant skull of something. That's the nose cavity. Ew. Alright, we want... What do we want? Well, we want health. We want more health. We'll take armor. I think this is only chain gun ammo. Yeah, it's only chain gun ammo. Alright. So that's not too bad. Let's make our way to that third tower. And then we'll check the supplies near the main entryway and we'll head on in. If you just hang around here, it just gets scarier and scarier. Oh, I guess that was it. Okay, good. So I guess this area is safe now, unless something's going to come out of here. See what supplies we got over here. Armor shards. I hear babies again. Ah, Creepy is here. Hello, Creepy. How are you doing? Yes, Creepy, thank you for shouting out Jamero. No. Oh, it's a Hell Knight. Go away, go away. Ah ha ha ha. You like that? I gotta go. I have to run now. Oh, I'm stuck! Yes! Something isn't quite right about that, though. Unless some Hell Knights are stronger than others. Because when I fought 2 Hell Knights with Doom Guy in the base campaign, towards the end of the game, like right before we went into Hell, I tried using rockets, and I must have hit each one with like 5 to 10 rockets, and it did nothing. And I actually had to use the BFG 9000 to kill them. So I feel like this was a lot easier than it should have been, but that's probably not the case. It's probably just because the earlier encounter with Doom Guy was designed to really be like a true boss encounter, and this wasn't. Maybe? I don't know. Alright. We're probably not going to be able to come back here. We got everything we want? We need? I think so. Yes. Right? Alright. How you doing tonight, Creepy? Tonight we are finishing the Lost Mission expansion to Doom 3. And one good shout-out deserves another. Shout-out to Creepy, last casting Dead by Daylight. If you're looking for a good variety streamer for Dead by Daylight, check out Creepy. He likes sci-fi games, Phoenix Wright, and Dead by Daylight. And also, yes, check out Jamera, who is an expert in all things Borderlands. And he also streams Fallout games as well. Alright, let's look through our stuff here. We got over 50 rockets, that's good. 10 charges in the BFG 9000. Fully loaded plasma rifle. Now, let's go back to the last health. 46 grenades, fully loaded chain gun, almost a fully loaded machine gun. We got so much ammo here, though, I wonder if we're going to find any more ammo as we go through Hell. Almost a fully loaded shotgun. Still got a lot of bullets left in our handgun, which I'm kind of surprised by. Why am I here? Oh, I already picked up all the health. Oh. Well, 92 health isn't bad. Let's go. Just to remember, we have chain gun ammo and plasma rifle ammo should we need it here. Alright. I have really enjoyed this this expansion. I would say I enjoy this expansion. Oh, I thought that was a person up there. That's just part of the structure. I've enjoyed this expansion more than the base game. I think it's because it's a lot shorter than the base game. And it feels like the action bits are... It feels like it throws you into the action a bit faster than the base game, which makes sense. Because you're already going to have experience with enemies and with weapons and everything. And the story feels shorter as well. Oh, hell! Hell's bells! They're like super zombies. Go away! This is Hell's Graveyard. Hold on, I haven't saved at all, and I made a lot of good progress. Let's save real quick. Oh, okay. Now if I die, I can just load from here. Which is still going to be crazy, but we can do it. We're good. Okay. Wait, didn't I just save? Let's save again. Oh! You know what? You want to come at me? Come at me. There we go. Come on. Oh no, I want to save that. I want to save that. Oh, it's a Hell Knight. It's nice that you can use this to, like, take cover. Yeah! So you take 6 rockets to die. Come on! Uh-oh. Reload! What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Alright, I think we got one more. It just took us a while. Or it took him a while to find us. He started... Oh, I didn't know we had ammo there. Yeah, come this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more. Oh, we missed! Yeah! Uh-oh. Oh. So we're going to ascend some floating stairs into a tiny temple that doesn't look like it should exist. That's... Alright, that's cool. Let's look around here. I still hear the babies. That freaks me out so much. I hate the babies. What do we got? We got more chain gun ammo, which we never used. You can hear them over there somewhere. We got large health packs. We'll take that. Oh, those aren't those aren't babies. Necessarily, it's crying. I guess it makes sense. It would be crying in hell. I don't want to peek over the edge. It sounds like if you could just peek over the edge and look down, you'd see them. Alright, what else do we got around here? We got some plasma rifle canisters. Oh, and more health. Sweet. Okay. Can I go back? I cannot go back. Okay. So I'm glad I scooped everything up. Save here. Ah, Ortega says, man, I really like fighting games, but I tend to suck at them. Oh. I feel the same way, Ratika. Though for me, it's shoot-em-ups. I mean, I like fighting games too, but I like shoot-em-ups probably a little bit more. But I love in shoot-em-ups how they have all those cool particle effects flying around the screen, and I just love to watch people play them. It's almost like watching ballet. Like, they have to move their ship just a certain way, so precisely, and at just the right moment to make it through all those projectiles. At the same time, they have to maintain shooting themselves and put themselves usually in harm's way so they can keep shooting enemies or the boss or whatever to progress through the level. And that's really cool. They're really pretty to watch, and they're really challenging. But yes, fighting games are really cool too. I eventually want to get into that genre more. Probably start the Street Fighter series. And yeah, it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun. Did I save? Let's save again. Okay, now we've saved. Are you... Oh, I spilled my coffee a bit there. Are you playing through any fighting game on the side right now? Let me clean this up real quick. There we go. There have been a few fighting game series I've really enjoyed. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are the obvious answers, but also Eternal Champions I really, really liked. Mainly for its story. Well, and its fighting styles, that's true, and its characters. I'm glad there's a bar right there. I would have walked right off. Oh, game's auto-saving. You love Tekken? Oh, that's true, yeah. I did Tekken as well. I beat Tekken 1, 2, and 3, and Tekken Tag Tournament. 2 is my favorite. And I never really got much further than that. Small health pack, shotgun shells, plasma rifle ammo. Let's get the shotgun shells. There we go. Alright. I'm going to save again because I'm getting nervous. Right now you're playing Guilty Gear Strive. That looks like a cool one. Classic 2D animated fighter. This is already way harder than the base game. Towards the end of the base game, I think we did have to kill a few Hell Knights, but I don't know, they felt easier somehow. Not easier to kill, but the situations in which they popped up, they didn't really have much else to deal with. I feel like throwing that many Hell Knights at us back to back, that's something that the base game would not have done. This kind of looks like a boss area, doesn't it? Like, it looks like we have to get from here to that door right there. Oh, I can see something up there. You can kind of see through the floor grates walking back and forth. But, like it's on patrol. But I feel like as soon as we step into this room, stuff's gonna start spawning like crazy. Let's see. Summoner. Don't leave. Don't leave. Oh, come on. Give me the rocket launcher. That took them both out? Nope. Come get some. Oh, there's 2 summoners. Yeah, you like that? Huh? I still see something moving in the distance over there, though. Oh, I think that's that... I was gonna say elevator. I think that's that cage that's just going up and down that I'm seeing through the floor grate. Oh, I think that's a small health pack right there. Yeah, I'm definitely using the rocket launcher a lot more in the expansion than I was in the base game. This feels a lot stronger. in the expansion than the base game. In the base game, the rocket launcher felt like you were shooting feathers. Like, everything you would hit, like, nothing would work. The only thing that the rocket launcher was good at taking out in the base game were imps. It's like one rocket would kill one imp instantly, which was great. But I tried using it on bosses, and it just didn't do zilch. Alright. Remember that we have a small health pack there. And what was over here? Another small health pack and some plasma rifle ammo. Okay, so that's next to the end. I want to say this area is clear now, because that was a lot of craziness right there. Oh, the music's getting more foreboding. Let's toggle to the shotgun. Nope. It can take me so long to find the weapons that I want. I've complained about that a lot on this channel, though, for this game. Like, it's funny. It seems like every id Software shooter, at least every id Software shooter I've played, which would be Quake and Doom 3, they're all done incredibly well, but they all have, like, one big mistake. And it's, like, such a big mistake that it seems like it would be, like... Go away. What? You just took a double barrel to the face and you're fine? There we go. I have to wait till they get closer. Get out of here. Oh, I shot through it. Oh my gosh, I missed again. I didn't miss that time. I hear the babies again. I hate the babies. More than any other enemy type in... That's not true. Yeah, it is. More than any other enemy type in this game, I hate the babies the most. Not only because they're creepy, but they can deal a lot of damage. They travel in packs. Oh, more ammo. Sweet. Let's go back for some health. Let's get this one. There we go. And then there's one back through here. I kind of messed up, but that's fine. Because I was just thinking there is one more large health pack, and it's through here, and it's right down there. And as we continue moving forward, I'm not sure if we're always going to be able to come back outside here. But, I should have got that one out there first, and then saved these two. But that's fine, we'll just keep going. Ratika says, I'll go watch some Tekken Bloodline. Have a good stream. Alright, Ratika. Thanks for swinging in. I hope you're able to improve your game. Even though you may stink at fighting games in general, as you say, if you keep improving, you keep working on it, you'll get better. Oh, large health pack. I'll leave that there too. 91 health is pretty good. So we got 2 large health packs. Where am I going? This way, okay. We're going to save again. If we walk in here and the doors don't open, then I'm just going to reload my save file and just go get one of those big health packs. Oh, Tekken Bloodline is an anime show on Netflix. Oh, I see. Enjoy your anime. Okay, it still opens. We got some distance in here. Let's bring out the machine gun. No. No! I saw multiple babies. They're just not coming after me right now. Where are you? They could send almost anything else after me. Almost anything. And I would be okay with it. Just not the babies. Can I go through the web? I cannot. And if you're really good at aiming, you don't even need the machine gun. You can actually just use your handgun, because the handgun's pretty strong. It can put them down, but I'm very bad at aiming because the babies land, they stay there for just a second, and they lunge at you. And so unless you're super good at aiming, you're not going to get a lot of worth out of the handgun with the babies. Oh no. I knew I heard multiples. Oh, I have to reload. Oh my gosh. Now I need that large health pack. Where is it? There it is. Again, if it's any other enemy, if it was an imp, if it was a summoner, anything that's considered to be like a mini boss caliber enemy, that's easy. But a baby, which are relatively frail in this game, they'll destroy me. And we got more supplies. Oh, holy hell. You know what? No. I refuse. No. Oh, I'm dead. Come on! Almost dead. Now can I get out? I hate you. Should I reload? I think that would have been quite a bit better if had I used rockets. I think 8 rockets could kill it. But I don't remember when the last time I saved was. Let's load. I wish I hadn't reloaded. I loaded as soon as we enter the caves. Ah, that makes me want to shatter my glass. Alright. That means we have to kill all the babies all over again. I can't tell you how much I hate that. See? If you're good with the handgun, 3 handgun bullets can take him out instead of blowing through all that machine gun ammo. It's just the machine gun ammo is like your basically your pray and spray. Alright, so we can continue forward. We have 2 more babies to trigger. I think there should be 1 more. Right, that's just going to jump at us. There we go. And then there's going to be one that sneaks up on us. One that drops here, and then one that appears behind us. So the next 2 babies spawn. the first thing we're going to do is spin around, and we're going to blast that baby in the face with a shotgun, and then we're going to try to run outside, kill the last baby, and heal up. I don't want to get close enough to trigger that boss. I feel like I am, though. Let me go grab that large health pack. I may not be able to come back. If I keep going further. We're gonna go and grab that health pack from the beginning. How do I have only 73 health? Didn't I have like 91 a few moments ago? I did have like 91 health a few moments ago, didn't I? How did I lose health? This game looks really good, too. I'll leave that there. Let's save again. Alright. I guess we killed all the babies. Alright, I'm gonna assume that the boss is next then. Let's get the rocket launcher ready. No, I'm wrong. Crap. Alright, now let's go get that other large health pack, because I know once the boss comes out, this door is gonna lock. Oh man, where is it? There it is. Alright, we're saving again. That spider thing that killed me last time, or that almost killed me last time, that's the very first boss in the main campaign of Doom 3. And we have to fight that thing in this tiny hallway. I mean, we got some really good firepower, but still, that's pretty crazy. Oh no! That could have went better. My back got stuck against a wall. And I think the first round didn't connect. Like, the first rocket didn't connect because he was still, like, being raised on the platform, so he had some iframes. Oh, crap. Nope, that went even worse this time. I'm just gonna have to fire him like crazy. That's not something I really like doing. Yeah, it was kind of overkilling the baby, I know. But I thought it was going to kill me. Alright, let's save. That was well done. Alright. Keep our handgun up to deal with any more babies. Oh my gosh! I hate the babies. I hate the... Throw like 3 Hell Knights at me at the same time. I'd rather fight 3 Hell Knights at the same time than 2 babies. Ah. They're so fast and they're so hard to hit. Oh my gosh. Ah. I'm just gonna machine gun them. It's a huge, huge waste of ammo. But it's like it's either that or I'm gonna take damage. There's no way around it for me. And that was a lot of ammo we just lost right there. I almost feel like starting it back up again and trying to use the handgun again because we blew through so much machine gun ammo. That's so aggravating to me. We're gonna roll with it though. We're gonna roll with it. What do we got? Grenades, machine gun clips, small health. Alright, they kind of made it a little bit better too. Okay. We can't go back outside. We only have 2 small health packs here. We can't go back outside, right, for any more supplies? No, it's locked off. It's probably because the game has to load the last area, and so it has to clear out the assets from the previous area. That's just lava down there. The boss was just setting in lava? We might not be able to come back here either. Alright, let's save. We're making it. Slowly but surely, we're making it. What is this tiny little room? Why is this here? I don't trust this. Okay, we can still exit if we want to. So we can potentially ignore the hallways and just go for the door. But I can't do that. I have to explore. And I feel like there's going to be more babies, and I hate the babies. I don't think I can accurately describe to you how much I hate the babies. Like, I would much rather face a boss, an actual boss in the game, than, like, more than one baby. Like, that's how much I hate the babies. I wonder if that was supposed to happen. Actually, let me get the machine gun again. I feel like once those enemies spawn, this door is supposed to seal shut behind me, but I was still in the doorway at the time. Oh. Oh no! Machine gun, please give me machine gun, thank you. I almost took damage right there. I threw the grenade as the door was closing and it just bounced right back to me, and then I backed myself against the chain. I couldn't move. That was so horrible. So horrible. There's a boss type character. I don't know if that's a Hell Knight or if that's like a tubby guy. I fought a tubby guy before. And the tubby guys are really slow. You can just cheese them with grenades. If it's a Hell Knight, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. Ah, Chatu is here. Hello, Chatu. Thank you for the raid and the host, Chatu. Howdy. Howdy to you, Chatu. How are you doing? What were you streaming? Oh, Circuit Superstars. Cool, cool. I know you love your racing games. How went your stream? Stream went really good. Thank you. It's good. I am glad. Save here. Oh, well, that is good. Tell me about Circuit Superstars. Is it multiplayer? Single player? Any vins? For those of you just coming over from Chatu's raid, hello, how are you doing? My name is Orfeo, and tonight we are trying to complete the Lost Mission expansion to Doom 3. Oh boy, and it is proving rather spooky. If you do not know anything about Doom 3, know that it is very dissimilar from the other Doom games. Almost all of the other games in the Doom franchise are supposed to be fast-paced first-person shooters. At least if you play them as intended. The one exception is Doom 3. Doom 3 is actually more of a survival horror first-person shooter that's probably meant to be played at more of a slower pace. And the reason for that is chronologically, Doom 3 is the first in the franchise. So when you're playing as Doom Guy, he's not Doom Guy yet. He's just Space Marine guy that eventually becomes Doom Guy. And so he's not familiar with all the weapons and all the crazy demons and everything. So because of that, he's extra cautious, and I think that's why the tempo of this game is much slower. But right now, we're playing through the Lost Mission expansion, and the plot behind the Lost Mission expansion is we're actually playing as a different character. We're not playing as Doom Guy. So during the main events of Doom 3, Doom Guy is given a task to go assist Bravo Team, which is a security detail that's sent to go and try to save other people in the installation as it's being overrun. And Bravo Team gets ambushed by demons and they get completely wiped out. And so the objective of Bravo Team then falls onto Doom Guy in the main campaign, and he has to go finish their task. But the character we're playing as is actually the unknown survivor, the only survivor from Bravo Team. And once he woke up, he was given a mission by a different scientist on board the Mars installation base. And as it turns out, the teleporter technology that was developed by this company originated from a teleportation system that was set up in another dimension, the other dimension being Hell. And the portal, or the teleporter that's here in Hell, is so powerful that it not only allows the demons to invade Mars, but it has such a range that if the teleporter technology were established on Earth, the demons could actually use it to travel from Hell to Earth. And so the scientist sends us into Hell itself to find the teleporter here and destroy it. We are very close to the end. I think we're maybe a third to halfway through this level, it kind of feels like. And after this, we should have one level left, and then we've beaten the expansion. I did look it up. It's 8 levels long. And so this is like level 7. And I don't even know if level 8 is a full level or just a boss fight. So we're going to knock this out tonight. Chacha says it's an online isometric view racing game. Oh, okay. Isometric. So not quite like Super Sprint. Super Sprint, at least Super Sprint from the NES was top-down. That's cool, though. Very good and fun title. Nice. Hello, Manati. Welcome. And hello, Shaggy. Like, zoinks, man. Those are some nasty creatures. They are some nasty creatures. Yeah, correct. I don't want to go back. Hello? 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 No, don't close. Oh, it is a tubby. Tubbies aren't bad. Well, I mean, they are bad, but they have rockets for hands, or like, I think it's either fireballs or rockets for hands. I think it's fireballs. But they're super slow. If they have their back to you, you can just cheese them with grenades. And that makes them really easy to kill. I think they need like 5 grenades to die from experience in the base game. Oh, so he stays near the door. Okay. Okay. Is he still there? Yep. Uh-oh. Is he coming? I don't think that's gonna work. Chacha says, this location looks kind of like from Serious Sam. Really? I wonder about Serious Sam. I've been thinking about trying to get into it. I do want to play through all the classic shooters. On Tuesday, we're still going through Quake. We have beaten the core campaign of Quake, and we beat the first expansion called the Scourge of Armagon. And right now we're working on expansion 2, Dissolution of Eternity. On stream, I've also completed Wolfenstein 3D. No, I'm sorry. I completed Wolfenstein 3D off stream. I completed Duke Nukem 3D on stream. So I've touched on a lot of the series, and of course this is Doom 3. But I've never played Serious Sam. And I saw some screenshots of Serious Sam, and I think what kind of makes me hesitant to get into that is that with Doom it looks like there's a lot of corridor stuff, which I like. I like focused combat. And with Duke Nukem, it is more open, but you feel more empowered, I think, due in part to the character's personality, but also due in part to the unrealistic way weapons perform in Duke Nukem. So, like, your standard shotgun only really performs well at close range, but in Duke Nukem 3D, you can literally snipe an enemy across a level with the shotgun, which makes no sense, but I love it. And Wolfenstein is very simplistic, but also very fun. Again, it's very corridor-like. But Serious Sam looks like you just walk into the middle of an open desert and you just get swarmed by enemies from all sides. And I can see the appeal of that, but I feel like that would overwhelm me. So it says, from what I remember, they had temples like this one in Serious Sam. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so how are we going to kill this guy? Let's make an assumption. Let's make an assumption that the level itself, aside from him, is empty because he's similar to a mini-boss. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run into the level and then try to train him in a circle. Where is he? There he is. Yes! I don't know where he's going now. Oh, he's over there. Yes! Yes! This is working a lot better, isn't it? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready! Ah! Where are you? Coming around? Okay. He's a sturdy boy, isn't he? He's got a lot of defense. Oh no. Not even gonna look what that is. Not even gonna look. Not even gonna look. Saving. Oh my gosh. Have you played Doom 3, Chatu? One of the things I really like about Doom 3 is that typically it feels very fair. And when I say it feels fair, I mean like you are typically allowed to backtrack through a level, and most of the time you're not penalized for backtracking. So like I have 2 health packs here. 2 small health packs, and I know I can always come back and get those. And earlier on in the level there was some ammo. I can't go back any further in this hallway anymore, but there's also some ammo I left behind because I was full. And so long as you manage your resources correctly, it's not too difficult. It scares the heck out of you, but it's not too difficult. You've not played this. Do you think you may? It's another tubby. I wonder if it's just one more tubby or if it's multiple more tubbies. Like, do they spawn in... Did they spawn in 2? Oh, more health. Sweet. Did they spawn in 2 more? Or is it just 1 more? I only hear 1 more, so I'm going to assume there's just 1 more. Unless he's on the other side of the hallway. There we go. Alright, let's save again. But I was saying earlier how it's weird that id Software designed this game. They also designed Quake. And I find fundamental flaws, or maybe not fundamental flaws, but design decision flaws, and I will call them flaws, not just design decisions, that they made in each of their games that makes them not as good as they could be, and I think that's very weird. And so, like, with Doom 3, the example is, if I want to select a weapon, I have to use my shoulder buttons to toggle through all of my weapons, or I can use the D-pad, but I can't set which weapons I want on the D-pad. Up are always grenades, right is always your last selected melee, left, which does nothing for me, brings up your Soul Cube, which is the strongest weapon in the game, but we don't have that, and down brings up the BFG 9000. So, like, if I want the double-barreled shotgun, I just have to, like, look down at my menu and keep toggling until I find it, and a lot of the time I'll be running from an enemy and I'll just be trying to desperately toggle between weapons to try to find the exact weapon I want, and that has led to taking damage, that has led to deaths, and this game would be so much better if I could just set any weapon I want to the D-pad, and that you can do that in Quake, and Quake came out before Doom 3, and they gave it that feature, so it's very weird that they did not implement that feature in this game. It seems like either an oversight or a design decision. But this game has been remastered multiple times, it's been ported multiple times, and they can always update it, so I don't know why they never gave it that ability. And I really do feel like that is a design flaw. I mean, it's weird that one of their games, Quake, would have it, but Doom 3 doesn't. And I forget exactly what I felt the design flaw for Quake was. Probably have to hop back into that game and take a look at what I thought wasn't quite right about it. Alright, remember we have 2 large health packs there, we have 2 small health packs outside. Let's go toward the other hallway. 2 large health packs there. So this is supposed to be a really tough fight. Hopefully we can go through that door and keep this area accessible so that we can return for these other health packs. Oh, this is mean. Alright. Where are you? There you are. What? I think we need 7 grenades to kill it. 2. Three. I need to back up a little more. 4. 5. 6. No. 7. Alright, so we now know it's 7 grenades. Oh, it just toggled. I just noticed that. Before the fire was coming up through that vent. Now it's coming up through that vent. What does that mean? This is a different hallway. It shifted hallways. So should we go that way? Or should we go that way? Well, first, let's bring up our double-barreled shotgun. That's always my answer to, should I freak out, what should I do? It looks like it's just an empty room. That wall probably breaks away, though. Let me save. I want to go through the other room where the bosses were coming out of. I wonder if every time we approach the door, another boss will come out. That's my current hunch. That we can actually get inside that room. Nope, I was wrong. It flipped the room. Did it flip the room? No, I don't know. Maybe it didn't flip the room. Maybe I just got turned around from going in circles. That's probably what it is. That probably means we're not going to be able to come back once that wall falls away. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. Let's actually no, we won't have to save there. Hello? Oh, I guess we have to get out through there. And through those doors down there. This is scary here. This is scary not because of where we are necessarily. This is scary because that's ammo for the BFG 9000. And there's no reason for them to give you ammo for the BFG 9000 unless you're going to walk into some really strong stuff. The game does not give you unnecessary ammo. And look at that, we have one large health pack, one small health pack. We have one large health pack over there. We have one large health pack over there. That means we're going to get in fights all along this area here. That's crazy. Alright. Let's get some ammo. 18 plus 4. 22 charges in the BFG 9000. How many rockets do we have? 19? That's not a lot. I wish we had more rockets. Alright. Save. As crazy as all this is going, though, I feel like maybe the last level is just going to be a boss fight. Ooh. Might just be a boss fight. That looks like there's a huge creature swimming up there. Maybe that'll be either the boss of this area, or maybe that'll be the boss of the next level. That is large. And very creepy. Oh my gosh. I'm not liking this. I do reload sometimes, pretty often, as I do hate wasting ammo. And taking damage. So what's the ideal strategy? It's not shotguns because they spawn too far away. I don't have that much machine gun ammo, and it takes quite a bit of machine gun ammo to kill them. Handguns don't do squat. I'm not going to use the BFG. I'm not going to use the rockets. I want to save those. I don't want to use the plasma rifle. Plasma rifle is good for mini bosses if you have to use it. I can't use grenades. The railgun is the same as the plasma rifle. It's good for mini bosses. It's going to have to be a combination of a machine gun, and then when they get close, the double-barrel shotgun. Can I just jump over there? No, I can't. No. Oh, this is different than I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd be going, like, over across all of these islands and just jumping from one to the other, but we can't do that. Actually, you could, maybe you could do that. I think we're just going from here, and we're walking that way, and we're walking all the way around and up into the door. It just... Okay. This is a pretty small area then. Never mind. Can we just sprint? Do we have to fight? Let's sprint. Let's see what happens. We're not going to stop. Run! Run! Oh, crap. And I'm stuck. Okay, so maybe you do have to fight. Oh, you can kind of see it from here. It's right there, the brick wall. So when they fire their breath blasts, I can actually shoot the breath blasts and destroy them. Okay, wait till they get close enough and then hit with the shock, and I can do that, I can do that. Come on. I want to try to make them spawn one at a time. Damage from that. No, machine gun. Yep, now the brick wall broke down. Hey Adam, how's it going tonight? It's going well, Adam, it's going well. A little spooky, but going well. How about you? How you doing? Why is this lit? Can I go back? I cannot go back. Okay. Oh, there's armor over there too. Once I get over there though, you can't... That piece of rock is much higher. Well, no, there's probably a floor that's going to extend. Which means there's probably more enemies over there. Okay, we'll save the health. You alright? Just chilling? Nice, nice. Well, if you want to get tense, you are welcome to stay here. So, this is the Lost Mission expansion to Doom 3. And we are in hell, and I think there's like 2 levels left. The level we're in and one other level, but I don't know what the last level is going to be. I don't know if it's just going to be a boss fight or if it's going to be another full level. I feel like it's going to be just a boss fight. I feel like we're almost through this level, and I feel like that big swimming thing up there might be the boss that we're going to have to fight. Looks like our next goal is to make it into that temple. Probably explore some, maybe make our way up the tower, and then that'll shoot us up to the boss. That's my guess. Oh boy. And our objective is to find a teleporter pad somewhere here in hell and blow it up, so that the demons can't use it to further invade Mars. Or potentially invade the Earth. Did I save? I'll save again. I don't remember, Adam. Have you played Doom 3? Alright, last half of this path to go. I am really running out of machine gun ammo. Between here and there's probably going to be at least one more floating head. I feel like I hear babies again. I'm trying to trigger them slow if I can. I don't want to get that yet. I'm probably not gonna... Oh! That's disturbing. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that small health pack that's at the beginning, since I don't know if I'll be able to come back here. Oh, but yes, Atom, we are just trying to finish up the expansion. I wonder if any speedrunners just jump from the beginning area right here, and then if they do that, will this extend down so they can make it in there? Maybe they just rocket jump from here into the doorway. We will collect the armor as well. Alright. Not bad, not bad. We got full health, we got full armor. This area wasn't that hard, though. That makes me think we have some hard stuff coming up. We got ammo to the BFG 9000 in this level, and you would not use BFG 9000 ammo to kill those floating heads. That would be way too OP to do something like that. So either we have a big boss coming up, or we just have a lot of crazy stuff coming up. Let me save again. I don't remember the last time I saved. It was probably just a few minutes ago, but this game freaks me out. I do love the design of this, though. They put a lot of work into this. Okay. Let's get our shotgun ready in case something surprises us through the door. Sounds like something big. I wish I knew what that was. Each demon makes a distinct sound, and if you know what it is, you know what's ahead. I feel like that's something big, but I don't know what it is. Oh. There's no other doors in here. This is a boss room. We're gonna save again. Alright. Wait, did I just save? Now I saved. Alright. So what possible bosses could it throw at us? Summoners? Pinkies? Double-barreled shotgun would be best for both. The big boys who fire fireballs, we'd use more grenades. Hell Knights? Depending on how many Hell Knights I'm not going to play, I'm going to whip out the BFG 9000. the big boys. That was unexpected. I didn't expect it to spawn a boss-type enemy and then let me come back outside, which really wasn't to my benefit, because now I have to go back in there and just run. No, no. Where is it? There it is. Oh no! So we have to do the same thing we did last time. One. Oh, come on! What is going on here? Why can't I throw grenades anymore? Why are they bouncing? Why are they ricocheting? Two? That's 2 grenades we wasted. And we're losing armor, too. I could reload the last save file, but I feel like that would be a little too cheap. There's 3. We need 3 more. No, 4 more grenades. 3 more grenades. 2 more grenades. What is that? Well, at least it connected. He walked into it, so that helps. 1 more grenade. It's like I throw it, and my grenade hits some sort of invisible wall, and it just stays in front of me. One. Two. Oh, crap. I don't want to deal with the zombie, too. I'll let the zombie out. The big guy won't come through the door, I don't think, but the zombie will. Actually, the big guy will too, but I really have to pull him through. It looks like there's multiple zombies. Three. Let's go back and get more health. I'm going to go back to the beginning to get the large health pack. This is part of what I was talking about, that Doom 3 is kind of a fair game. It lets you backtrack, and usually it lets you in that it doesn't cut you off from earlier level segments. And it also lets you in the sense that most of the time, if you've cleared an area of enemies, the enemies don't respawn. So they are considered safe areas. Every once in a while the game will surprise you, and they will throw some new enemies at you, but typically they don't do that. Holy hell! I forgot they were right through that door. I thought there was another room we went into, and then after that was the boss area. I guess I was wrong. They're too close to use grenades. I'll take damage. We're just going to try to use the shotgun. Peekaboo. Of course, if he comes through here, we're in a lot of trouble. Love this double barrel. Love it. Alright, let's switch to the single shotgun. Where are you? I know you're in here. Those little zombies. Where are you? I don't think they died when the big guy died. Where are you? Come on. You know you're waiting to jump me in here somewhere. Alright. You're not gonna come for me, I'm gonna come for you. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, they're not here. Maybe he killed them, the big white guy, either on accident, or sometimes you can make enemies fight in this game, which is pretty cool. Which is a carryover from Quake. You can do that in Quake as well. If like an enemy's trying to shoot at you, and another like enemy just happens to cross the line of fire and take damage, then that enemy will turn around and they'll just bum rush you. Or not you, but they'll bum rush the person who shot at them. I also like how the different id Software games focus on different mythos. Like the Doom series focuses on hell, so you could say it focuses on biblical mythos. Whereas Quake, I thought I was falling for a moment, whereas Quake focuses on Cthulhu mythos, and like Sumerian myth, which is really neat. Okay, we got full health, we're doing pretty good on armor, we're doing pretty good on shotgun ammo. Let's look at our other guns. Okay, we could use more rockets and we could use more machine gun ammo, but otherwise we're doing pretty well. Now we just have to make it past this rock here. It's over here. See if we can peek through. I feel like we're supposed to go that way. Alright, we're gonna save here in case we do something stupid. Sometimes an enemy will spawn at you and you'll freak out and you'll start backing up and you won't even realize what you're doing and you'll walk right underneath this. Wasn't so bad. I lucked out though. I said I think we're supposed to go that way, and so I came this way to see if there's anything in here. And one of those heads could have dropped down from here. Actually, it still might. Maybe if I get too far away from that one, it'll drop down the same way it did here. Yeah, that's a large black door. Get out of here. Oh, I got a little too close to that, didn't I? It's a very thin door, isn't it? Ah, Brandon is here. Hello, Brandon. Nice, you're on the final level, Hell. And here's where the final boss for the DLC lies. Does it? I think you might be right, Brandon. I know I have 2 levels left to go. Well, the rest of this level, and then 1 more level. But I don't know if the last level is a boss fight, or if it's a full level. but I'm getting the impression it's just a boss fight. Yep. We are really short on ammo. But so far we're doing well, Brandon. We're doing well. How are you doing? We have some good ammo. On some of our strongest guns, we have near full ammo. Full ammo for our chain gun. Full ammo for the plasma rifle. And 20 charges for the BFG 9000. So I feel like we're going to do pretty well. We might die the first couple times we fight the boss, but we'll see. Alright. I wish we had more ammo, though, but then I guess that's always true in a survival horror game. You always wish you had more ammo. Oh, I thought I killed it already. 17 bullets left. Okay, after we're out of ammo, we'll toggle over to the chain gun. Now I remember what it is. Okay, so the one design flaw of Quake, because I was talking about this earlier, how id Software has like different games that have unique design flaws in them, which is weird because you figure they would make most of the gameplay mechanics the same. The level's different, the story different, the mythos different. Like I expect all of that. But the shooting mechanics, I feel, should all be very similar. Because if you have a winning formula, why try to ruin it? You know. But yeah, for Doom 3, the design flaw is you cannot assign any weapon you want to any button on the D-pad for a controller. Now, if you're playing this on PC, that probably doesn't matter. You can probably set like a different gun for every number on your keyboard, so you can instantly access the weapon you want. And that's probably pretty awesome. That's probably one of the main benefits of PC gaming. But I'm playing this on PS4, and as you can see when when I press up on the D-pad, it always brings up grenades. When I press this way, nothing happens because that's supposed to be the soul cube, which we don't have. You do get that in the base game. When you press this way, it's always your last melee. That's a little cool. And we only have one melee weapon, which are our fists. But if we had the chainsaw like you have in the base game, if the chainsaw was the last thing you had out, it brings up the chainsaw. And then down brings out the BFG 9000. But if I freak out, like let's say I'm walking for whatever reason, like I think I'm going to encounter a big guy, as I've been calling them, and I encounter, say, a zombie, and he's really close, and I want to bring out my shotgun really quickly, then I have to freak out, and I'm like, okay, well, let me start toggling and try to find the shotgun, and okay, there it is. And you know, so I have to look down and away from the screen to see which weapon I'm going to bring up by its symbol. And that has gotten me hurt so many times. It would be so much easier and so much better if you could just freely... I keep pressing the wrong way. If you could just freely assign any weapon you want to any button on the D-pad. And you can do that in Quake, and Quake is made by the same company, so there's no reason why they didn't do that, other than it was just a deliberate design decision, in which case it's a bad one, or it was an oversight. But as this game has been out for a long time, if it was an oversight, it should have been patched. So it wasn't something they neglected to consider. It was a deliberate design choice, and it was a bad one. It was a mistake, and they should fix it, which they never will. In Quake, you can assign any weapon you want to any button on the D-pad. That is awesome. But its design flaw is this. Its design flaw is that when you run out of ammo in a gun in Quake, it changes the gun for you automatically. And I hate that. I cannot tell you how much I hate that. I hate that about as much as I hate in Doom 3, where you can't assign a button to the D-pad, or different guns, specific guns to the D-pad. Because in this game you have kind of two options when you run out of ammo in a gun. Or at least when your mag is empty. The game can automatically reload it for you, or you can turn that feature off. I turn it off, so when I run out of ammo in a gun and I try to squeeze a trigger and nothing happens, that's on me. I like that. I like being forced to manually reload my gun. I think it makes it more realistic, it makes it more challenging. But it does not just swap guns. Like if I run completely out of shotgun ammo, it's not going to just swap out to another gun automatically. In Quake it does that. And in Quake, not only does it do that, but it opts up instead of down. So, like, let's say... trying to find a good example. Okay, so like let's say this were Quake, and okay, and I was killing enemies with the chain gun, and the chain gun runs completely out of ammo, and I'm unaware of it because I'm just focused on staying alive and killing enemies, and I'm not really paying attention to my ammo counter. In Quake, it would just go, okay, well, you ran out of ammo, you must be facing a really tough enemy, we're going to automatically just swap in the next, or the stronger gun that's in your inventory. So in this case, I would be throwing grenades. And in Quake, that has happened, not with grenades, but it has happened with, like, a rocket launcher. So I'll be using something that has bullets in it, like a chain gun, and the enemy just keeps getting closer and closer, and I'm knocking him out, my back's against a wall, and it's like, oh, you ran out of ammo. That's fine. We'll just toggle to the rocket launcher. And then because the enemy's standing literally right in front of you or just meters away, you fire that rocket, it hits the enemy, they die, but then you die because you fired a rocket at close range, and so of course you're going to be caught in the blast radius. That kind of thing happens multiple times in Quake because they force shift the weapon on you run out of ammo. And that, oh my gosh, that makes me want to rage and break the controller. I hate that feature. Doesn't exist in Doom 3. Only exists in Quake, and you can't turn it off. And again, another design flaw, another mistake. And it's so weird that id Software makes such great first-person shooters. I love the graphics, I love the atmosphere, I love the gunplay, I love the enemy design, I love the lore they tap into. But it's like each of their series has different unique design flaws, and I don't know why they do that. Just give me a shooter game and just remove all your design flaws, and you'd have like the next big great shooter series on your hands. And I don't know why it's like they intentionally insert a character flaw into their game, and I don't know why they do that. Brandon says, note, the final boss for this DLC will take any damage from any weapons, but the best weapon to use against him are the rocket launcher, chain gun, or plasma laser. I see. No spoilers, though, Brandon. No spoilers. But yes, I intended to do that. Once I meet what I think is the final boss, the first thing I'm going to unload on is I'm going to use the BFG 9000. That's going to be my first recourse. I haven't used this thing at all during the entire expansion. I've been saving it just for the boss. Once it runs out, we'll be moving down to the rocket launcher, and then from there, the plasma rifle. Then from there, I might try tossing grenades. I don't know if it's going to be a flying enemy or not. If not, if it's ground-based, I'll probably try to throw some grenades. Otherwise, we're using the chain gun, and we'll just keep going further and further down the list. I want no spoilers? Okay. Did I save already? Let's save again, and then we'll continue. Okay. Yes, but when it comes to backseating, when it comes to story, I like to learn the story myself. When it comes to strategies, like enemy pattern movements, or like strategies as far as like what guns or weapons to use in a fight, I like to try to figure that stuff out myself. When it comes to collectibles in a game, like, oh, there's this cool weapon that's just around the corner, or don't miss that BFG 9000 ammo, it's behind an illusory wall. Like, that kind of stuff I like to know. That is gross. It has blood dripping down the walls. 2 large health packs. We don't need any health, though. We also have some health back there, which is nice. See, now that I mentioned it, is this an illusory wall? I was going to throw a grenade at the wall. And that's because in Quake, when you press up, it brings out your melee. In Doom 3, right is your melee. Okay. And I'm still playing Quake on Tuesdays. I got excited for a moment. I'm like, oh, he's behind bars. He can't do anything. And then he just, like, phase shifts through the bars. I should have stayed in there. I shouldn't have moved. That's why I should have moved. Yeah, come get me. Come on. Come on. And... oh, this is bullcrap. Out of ammo. Let's run. Running. Alright, we'll shotgun him. Next. Alright. Handgun's not fast enough. We're completely out of machine gun ammo now. Alright, so... going forward, what should we use? We're gonna have to start using the chain gun. If it's close range, we can always use the shotgun. But for long range, we're gonna have to start using the chain gun. I got cocky. I thought they were gonna try to come at me and they were gonna get squashed by the rock. I'm like, yeah, come on, come get me. Do it. And it doesn't look like there's any... no. Before we go that far, let me go get some health packs. I know there's two right behind me, but I always like to backtrack as much as I can to get a health pack. I think this is the last one out here. And I know I didn't even need a large one, but I think once I go through that next door, I might not be able to get back here anyway. Something else that's interesting about Hell, too, is that in the base game, well, I shouldn't say the base game, anytime you're not in Hell, where you see the word that says unidentified in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, that's actually my stamina meter that's there. And once you run out of stamina, you can no longer sprint. But in Hell, you have infinite stamina. But what's different is that outside of Hell, you have to like click in the analog stick in order to engage your stamina, and then you can run. When you're in Hell, that doesn't work. You actually have to hold down the analog stick the entire time to run. So I'm not sure what the design decision behind that was, but I don't have a problem with that one. That one's it's a unique little quirk, but it's not necessarily something bad. All right, we're gonna save again. I'm gonna let that drop one more time. I hear babies again. And they're close. I hate babies more than any other enemy type in this whole game. I said before, I'd rather face 3 Hell Knights, or I'd rather face like 4 big guys all at once than face 2 babies. They deal good damage, they're very quick, they lunge very far, and the attack in packs. It's always horrible. Let's get the chain gun ready. time. I think the other shots were like glancing blows. That's why it didn't work. I'll continue. We could go back for a health pack, but I feel like it's too soon. We are going to save here, though. Because if I go through here and the door locks behind me, that's not going to be good. Ah, thank you for shouting out Brandon, Creepy. Yes, Brandon was last casting Borderlands 3. Brandon himself, similar to Jamera, is a big fan of the Borderlands franchise, and he's also very knowledgeable. Brandon, actually both Brandon and Jamera are far more knowledgeable concerning not only the Borderlands franchise as a whole, but each individual Borderlands game. Even the ones I've played, they know more about than I do. So if you're looking for some good, knowledgeable Borderlands coverage, definitely check out Brandon and Jamera. Okay, let's push forward. Quick save. What do we got? What do we got? Looks like supplies over there. Can we go back? We can, okay. We have plasma rifle ammo there. Large health pack. Large health pack. Oh. Is this a clue right here as to what's going to happen? Does this symbol mean that 3 Hell Knights are going to come after us? Or 3 summoners? That's going to suck if that's the case. Oh, let's do it. Hell Knight. Come get some. I wonder how many I have to use here. I'm hesitant to use, like... Three blasts from the double-barreled shotgun ended it? Are you serious? Where's the imp? Give me the imp. I want the imp. There's the imp. Oh, Hell Knight, Hell Knight, Hell Knight, Hell Knight, Hell Knight, Hell Knight. What? What is this? Multiple Hell Knights. No! I'm trying to keep track of where the Hell Knight is, and I have no idea where it is. There's one more there. I hate you. Get closer! I want you to come... Yes, come to me. There you go. Alright, alright. I was shocked that it took 3 blasts from a double-barreled shotgun to take down a Hell Knight. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Do you know what that means? That means that the double-barreled shotgun is actually stronger than the rocket launcher. What sense does that make? I'm not mad about it. It's just like it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I mean, this is a video game, so I guess if that's something that the developers want to do, I'm cool with it. Let's go back to the sawed-off. Not the sawed-off, the pump action. More? There's more? Another Hell Knight. Alright. So long as you don't bring out any other enemies, I'm cool with that. It looks like if you want, you can just run past him, but I'm not going to run past him. That is unsportsmanlike. And they are my sport. Look at that, he has like a huge hole in his head. That's awesome. Another one? Oh, you're up there. Oh, I missed. We got him. We got them all. Oh, General Lagana's here. Hello, General Lagana. Welcome, welcome. General Lagana has redeemed hydrates. Very well. Cheers to you, General Lagana. How are you doing tonight? Alright. Our armor held up pretty well. 76. Let's go back, if we can. Can we? Ooh, we can. Let's go get some health. Now let's save here, in case I screw up and I get crushed by that big rock and we have to redo that whole thing all over again. So, there we go. It stays down! I can't go back for the health. Can I? I can't. It blocked it off. I will say I'm very glad there are no babies, though. I hate the babies. Like, us getting jumped in here by multiple Hell Knights, those flying demon heads, or whatever they're supposed to be called, and the imps, that didn't go too badly. If instead that would have been like 3 or 4 babies, it would have went way worse. Like, way worse. I probably would have died. Because the babies are just so overpowered. Alright, we got shotgun shells, lots of grenades. That's good. You can still hear the babies, too. So we might still run across more, but I hope not. I really hope not. Armor shards and health. And what is that? Oh, that's just the top of the stair. Let's see what else we got here on the other side. I think I picked up everything in here. Snake's fangs. That is so creepy. Plasma rifle ammo, chain gun ammo. You can see what weapons they expected you to use here. The chain gun, the shotgun, and the plasma rifle. I typically don't use the guns that they tell me to use. Oh! That's right, there's... Hold on. There's 2 large health packs over here. Nice. I totally missed this. Alright. So we still got some ammo to fall back on in case we need it. Some chain gun and some plasma rifle ammo. And we have 1 large health pack here. Alright, let's save. Alright, alright, alright. Pushing forward, pushing forward. Now that was a tough, like, room right there. That was filled with mini-bosses. But the latter areas of Doom 3 they just keep throwing more stuff at you. If this were a normal level outside of Hell in Doom 3, that encounter would have been the final encounter for the level. That's weird. Also, one more note before we continue. I do love the sound design in this game. Listen to how it sounds when you punch something. That sounds very realistic. That sounds like they literally got a microphone and put it near like a piece of, I don't know, plexiglass, or maybe near like a piece of plastic wall, and they recorded someone literally punching it. Okay. Imp. Get out of here. I shouldn't have taken damage from that, but oh well. More shotgun ammo. What happens if I jump in there? Do I die? No. Alright. Wondering if maybe that took you to like a secret level or something. Alright. And lots more. Oh. That was the penalty for trying to collect the ammo. We're going to save those for later. We still have one large health pack back there. We caught him in the air. That was good. That was good. So that's what that does. They're spawning out of there. That was pretty good. Ah, that's good sound design, too. I heard him out of my left ear. Oh, I thought something special might happen. Maybe it will. Maybe once we get further down the hallway, we'll have like some Hell Knights or something spawn right there. Did I save already? Let me save. I think I did, but I think I saved right outside. Okay, let's keep going. This area is kind of large, though. Let's get the chain gun right now. No, no. Let's stick with this for now. I hear the babies. This is like a hell cathedral. This looks like where we need to be. This might be the end of the level. Oh, you can kind of see through the window. I didn't realize that. It's not just a red wall there, that actually is a window. You can see, kind of see outside. One shot from the double-barreled shotgun took it down. This thing is ridiculously OP. I feel really, really bad for people who missed the double-barrel shotgun. Because it is possible. You don't have to collect it. No, no. You. It is kind of funneling you, isn't it? Into one direction. Oh, I missed. Well, I didn't miss, but... Ooh. They're weak up close. Interesting. If you're far away, those rockets will track you really well. But if you're close and you're moving, then they don't have time to sort of to track you down and they miss. Interesting, interesting. And kind of sad. Because you encounter these enemies in base Doom 3. In the base campaign, I mean to say. And I missed one. And it took me the entire game and the end of this expansion to figure that out. Oh, hello, sir. How are you doing? Oh, are you angry? You look angry. Where are you? No? Are you coming back? That's fine. Hello again. Ooh. Now that I know you can drop them so easily with the double-barreled shotgun, as long as it's just like one at a time, they're not too scary. Come on. Oh, he's going back. That's fine. There you go. Keep coming. Come on. Now, if these guys could run, that would be really spooky. That would be really scary. There you go. Come back this way. I think we need one more shot. And he's dead. This thing is so ridiculously OP. Oh, that's the end of the level. It's just pure black. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Nope, I'm right. Because it's an empty room. Unless the actual end of the level is the altar. Either way, something's going to happen and we're not going to be able to come back. So let's go get some health. I got that feeling. Unless you're supposed to explore the whole area and there's nothing to do and then you get fed up and you come back and then you're able to step on the portal and it takes you someplace else. That could also be it. We're going to leave those there for now. Like I said, I always like to backtrack as far as I can for health items. Oh. There we go. And... no, we didn't use any. The only ammo that's still here is plasma rifle ammo and chain gun ammo. We still have full ammo on those gun types. I have to say, though, if I were making a horrific first-person shooter game like Doom 3, despite it not making sense, I would also make the sawed-off double-barreled shotgun one of the strongest weapons in the game. Like, this is literally stronger than the rocket launcher, and that makes absolutely no sense, but I love it. Because this is a fun, awesome weapon to use. And I would totally do the same thing. Makes no sense, but it's fun. And sometimes you do have to override reality to make a fun game. Alright, let's keep going. Can I just go through here? Nope. I do have to get over there, though. Well, maybe. Oh, but if a Hell Knight comes out through there, that's not too bad. I can just sprint around to the other side and just do the same thing. Oh, that's the way we're supposed to proceed. So then, this doesn't do anything. Nope, okay. Want to make sure that wasn't some sort of something that was hidden that would reveal more ammo or anything. Nothing in here? Nope. This is just where the Hell Knight was. Okay, fine. Let's continue. It's getting louder. Why can't I move sideways? Oh, I'm getting stuck on that extended piece of brick right there. Let's save again. I love the artwork here, too. Oh, okay. For a moment I thought I just went in a circle. I was like, were we just here? But no, there's a door there. Door there. Altar there. I'd call it an altar. No. No, 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 no. Come on now. The rocket tracked me around 2 corners? Really? That's what it did? That's ridiculous. Come through here. Come up here. Tell me nonsense like that. Oh, he's still there. I wonder if he's taking damage from that. I'll let it hit him a few more times. In Doom 3, if a door is closing and you're in the middle of it, you will take damage. Not a lot, but you will. I don't think he is, though. We're gonna go say hello. Maybe shoot him? I don't know. We'll single shot him. I think that'll get him to follow us. Or... oh! I couldn't throw that high. Whatever. Whatever. Oh my gosh. You throw like a child. Can he not come down? He can't climb down. What was that? I threw it over there and it exploded over there. Unless that was his rockets, that could be it. Oh, we got him. I only took 3 grenades to take him out. Can I go in there? Can I jump over there? Oh, I had it! I had it! I had it! Oh, come on! I'm jumping on this impossibly small little corner, but then I can't jump that huge area right there. I don't think there's an invisible wall either. There we go. Okay. Oh, they should have put something in here. They should have put more ammo or health in here. Ew. Full armor. You got some health packs down there, so that means we're going to go back. We're going to get some health. If we can, if it lets us. Okay, it is. We got 1 health pack there, but if we go further back, we have... I don't know why this is here. 2 right there. Now I have full health and full armor. Yeah, this makes me wonder what this is about. I wonder if this is a reference to Resurrection of Evil. That's the next expansion to Doom 3 we'll be playing after we beat this one. In the core campaign of Doom 3, you do come to Hell, and apparently you do here in the Lost Mission. I don't know if that happens in Resurrection of Evil, but maybe this is like an Easter egg. Maybe in Resurrection of Evil, the character spawns in here, and it's like, oh, cool, this is the same level from the other expansion. So we still got one large health pack back there. Actually, got two large health packs back there. Alright, let's save here. We have to be getting close to the end of this level. This has been a long level. We've been playing this now for 2.5 hours. With this one level. And typically it takes us about an hour and 20 minutes per level in Doom 3. At least it has been. So, yeah, that's almost double the length. So to me that says that just Hell is just a really long level, and the last level is going to be a boss fight. But I need to use the restroom real quick. So give me a few minutes, and I'll be right back, and we will finish this level of Doom 3, The Lost Mission. And yeah, we've got to be getting close to the end of the level. Like I said, I think right after this is going to be a boss fight. Also, I'm saving my save files. When you look at the primary excavation site, down below where it says Hell, that's actually the last area of the base campaign of Doom 3. So if I ever want, I can revisit the end of the base campaign again. But yeah, this is going pretty well. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry for the extended delay. Just taking care of a few things real quick. And now we are back. And we will finish up the Lost mission. Just throw on my robe again. And after this, I have an idea of who we're going to raid. I don't know when we're going to finish, but I do know that someone, and some of you may know who I'm talking about, is having a special raid tonight. I'm sorry, not raid, a special stream tonight. So we might raid them, but it also depends on who else is streaming at the time. Okay, let's get the camera back on. There we go. All right. Okay. Also, let me give one extra shout out right now. Shout out to Life of Pre. She is another variety streamer. She likes to do just chatting streams. She also likes to play the Souls series. She was one of the inspirations for me beginning to play through Souls games. One of the three. And she also takes suggestions from viewers, and she, as long as they're not spooky games, she does play them. And yeah, right now she is on like a 3-week vacation from streaming, though she will pop in every now and again. She is an English teacher who lives in Japan, and for the next 3 weeks she has returned home to Texas, and so she's spending time with friends and family right now. But she is a very entertaining one to watch. She's one of my favorite streamers. And the reason I'm giving her a special shout out is because of these earbuds. No, she did not recommend the earbuds. But when she games, she wears earbuds. And I thought that was not exactly weird, but uncommon. Because most of the time when you see people gaming who have cam on, at least for me, from what I've seen, most of the time they're wearing headsets, either like specialty gaming headsets, which is what I used to wear, or just a general headset with a built-in mic. And yeah, my headset broke. It still has excellent sound quality, but the band that connects the two earmuffs or earpieces snapped right in the middle. And yeah, I thought of trying to have them fixed, but I feel like the cost to contact Sony, because that's where I got them from, and to send them back, to get them repaired, and then to have them sent back would probably be on par with what I'd pay just to buy a new set. So I don't know really what I'm going to do about that. And I don't really know if I'm going to remedy that situation, honestly. But I did have this pair of earbuds that weren't really anything special. I think I just paid like 20 bucks at a local CVS store, which is kind of like if you don't have that store in your area. If you're outside the U.S., I don't know if CVS is only U.S. or worldwide. But it's basically like a corner store, like a corner drugstore. And yeah, just nothing special. They are stereo head earbuds. And yeah, I had these in my duffel bag. I pulled them out, plugged them in, and they work just as good as the headset. I can sense that my headset had like surrounds, like virtual surround sound, and these are just stereo. But it's still not bad. Actually, I couldn't even use the virtual surround sound on the headset. That only works through Bluetooth with the PS4, and I had it plugged in via 3.5mm cable into my monitor, so I was just getting stereo audio that way. But yeah, these kind of work just as well, and I really like not wearing a headset. Like, I like the viewers, and I like even myself to be able to see my whole head as opposed to my head covered with what look like earmuffs. So, and even better, you can probably tell my ears, this one, you can kind of tell my ears kind of curve a bit. So when I wear headsets for long periods of time, like 8+ hours, they really start to hurt. And even like the slightest twinge, even if like I accidentally bend my head down too much and it just taps one of the earmuffs, like it causes a very sharp twinge of pain. And so, yeah, I've never found a pair of headphones that have enough like padding in between them when they clamp down on your head, and that they're large enough that allows my ears to feel comfortable all the time. I've never been able to find that. But earbuds don't have that problem. And since I've been using them, I've been very happy with them. And I would like to try to find a better pair of earbuds. I don't want AirPods. I need 3.5mm plugs anyway. But yeah, I wonder if there's any sort of like really awesome brand of earbuds out there for like audio enthusiasts, because I would definitely like to plug in a pair and see what the difference might be between the set I'm using now and what we consider like a much higher tier or higher quality set. But I think from now on, for my gaming streams, maybe just for gaming in general, I'm hooked on earbuds. And yeah, if it weren't for me seeing pre-stream using earbuds, I probably would never have tried that. It never would have occurred to me. So thank you, Pre. Okay, let's get back to the game. Wow, has the game been that loud through my earbuds the entire time? Hold on, let me turn this down. This is crazy loud. Ooh, turning it up. This is crazy loud. Okay. Maybe I just didn't notice it because I started the game at that volume. So again, I feel like we're almost done with this level. It's still really loud. And, alright, we got full health, we got full armor, we got more health packs over there, which to me means there's more enemies in this hallway. Somewhere. So. Oh, we got a door there. A unique skull. Oh, this is so cool. This is a point of no return. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Oh. I didn't mean for that to close. It looks like if you were low on health, they're just giving you one last opportunity to heal up before you cross to the boss area. It's time for us to cross the River Styx. Jump on board the boat. It'll sail us to the other side, probably will not bring us back. And it looks like there is an arena right there encircled by obsidian shards. That's probably the boss arena. We've made it, everyone. I think we're at the boss to this area, though that does make me think. If that is a boss arena, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe once we hop on the boat, that'll just be like the end of the level. Maybe. And then the last level will be that. Because if we're going to go fight a boss, then that means we do have one level after this. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's save here again. And yeah, we'll keep the double barrel shotgun equipped. Actually, hold on, I'm curious. I want to see something real quick. What would have happened had I hopped on the boat and then hopped off as soon as it started to move? Would I just be stranded here, or would the boat come back? Once you hop on the boat, you can't hop off. Well, you can hop off, but you can't, like, you can't hop to another platform. I guess they thought ahead. They're like, no, 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 no. We don't want him to hop back off. Yeah, you're just stuck there. You can fall off the boat, but you can't. Okay. All right, that was interesting. I was curious. I need my curiosity sated. All right. Let's cross the River Styx. This isn't exactly the River Styx, but let's cross the Lake of Hell. We did it! End of the level! Ah! Hell... Let's see, what is this? Final level. Hell's Outpost. Or Hell Outpost. Oh, this isn't Hell's Outpost. This is the outpost where the final, not final, where the teleporter is. Hell Outpost. But the day of doom shall be the end. Wait, what does it say? But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Okay, I wonder if this is a boss battle, if it's leading us to a boss battle. Are we going to have to fight stuff on our way to the boss? Let's save real quick. Okay, now let's continue. They're nudging you onto that symbol. Interesting. So if you want, you can stay and fight them, but who knows how many there are going to be, or you can just run and sprint into that corner and then try to sprint onto the circular area and warp out of here to the boss fight. There's at least one BFG 9000 charge over there. Nothing over here. What? Oh, is that another door there that I just didn't notice till now? I feel like such an idiot. So I could have gotten away, is what I'm getting at. I didn't have to fight them. Oh, come on! This is so aggravating. So aggravating. I thought I was holding the pump action shotgun, which is why I kept trying to fire the gun. That was my bad, though. That was my fault. Oh my goodness. You do have to jump off the boat, you just can't walk off. Or maybe I just walked off early, I don't know. Got one of them. Got two of them. I think there's two more. Ow. One more. Not one more? Not one more. Machine gun ammo. Full armor. BFG 9000 cell. We're up to 28 now. That's pretty crazy. Full health. More shotgun shells. Alright. That was pretty good. Evaluating my ammo. I'm gonna be sad when this expansion ends. This is really, really fun. Now, I'm curious if I'm gonna save here. What happens if I try to hop back on the boat? Will nothing happen, or will it continue onwards? Did I just save already? I'll save again. Okay. Oh, it won't take you back. I thought maybe it would just continue going in that direction, maybe loop around in a circle and take you back to where you came from, but I guess not. Actually, that would make sense, because it loaded you into the level. Alright, so we still have one full health pack and some armor shards. I hope I didn't make a wrong decision by collecting them. I don't think I did. I hope not, because I saved. So, if I made a decision about picking up those supplies too early, I'm in trouble. Yeah, I might have made a mistake there. I feel like this could be close to a full level here. One shot. That wasn't bad. No, open. Whoa! No, stop doing that. I wish you could just keep the doors open. I thought I heard something else spawn. I did. I am putting these pinkies down with a single pull of the trigger of this double barrel. This is such an awesome gun. This is my favorite gun in the game. Alright, let's save again. It's also fortunate that pinkies don't run at you. They walk. Though I think if they get close enough, they will lunge. But it's like a very short range lunge. Alright. Oh, what was that? What was that? Nope, wrong way. Machine gun. Oh, I got excited. Like he dived into the magma and died. I was like, yeah! How many imps are there? No, he did die. Oh, that's a summoner. Oh, I hate summoners. You know what? We got stuff for that. Hold on. There we go. Oh, you don't like rockets? Oh, let's do that. Oh! Get out of here with that garbage. Get my machine gun back. Oh, there it is again. Oh, out of machine gun. Last level of the expansion. Did I save? I keep saving, and I save so quickly I don't know if I saved. Okay, now I saved. And we are completely out of machine gun ammo again. You probably just got machine gun ammo for this one part of the level, just to work on taking out the imps. Let's follow the fire, follow the yellow glyph trail. Oh, it's more like orange, I guess. Follow the fire glyph trail. This looks like the Hell Temple that was on Mars. Oh no. Oh, nice. A lot more supplies. I just got a bad... Is there machine gun ammo over here? There is. I just got a bad feeling of what I have to do in this level. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm trying to think back to base Doom 3, because I think we have to get to where we entered Hell in the base campaign of Doom 3. And I'm trying to think of how far away that was from the entrance. And there's a lot you have to go through. But maybe this is some weird alternate way into the room. Or into the area. Probably. It wouldn't be surprising if there's multiple passageways in Hell. Okay. Oh, it's auto-saving now. This is starting to look more man-made. Oh, here we go. Is this it? What happens if I back away? Nothing. Senses my presence. I'm gonna guess that green stuff is like a shield. Once we go through, we can't come back. Is there anything over here that I could use? No. If there was some chain gun ammo over here, I'd get that. But there's no chain gun ammo. Right? There's nothing around here that we can loot? No. There was no chain gun ammo back where we were at the beginning where the boat was, right? All that's left was health and let's go back and check real quick. If this will let us out. Okay, yeah, well. Armor shards, health, and that's it. That is so disturbing. Is there something over there? Probably not. So far, this is my favorite Doom game. Of course, this is also the only Doom game I've ever played, but it is a really good game. It is definitely an above-average experience. The other games, they have their work cut out for them to dethrone Doom 3. Oh, that was the spawn-in point for the summoner. Alright, I'm going to save here. Let's continue. Let's get the machine gun ready, in case we have some long to mid-range encounters here. Let's see what's down there. Something else I really had to get used to with Doom 3 is you can't aim down sights. There's no ADS in Doom 3. And typically in shooters, I only fire from the hip if there's a lot of enemies, but if there's just one or two, I typically aim down sights. And the fact that you can't go ADS is, it made me very uncomfortable at first, but I had to get used to it. And that's not something I look at as a design flaw. I look at that as a genuinely good design decision, because they want you to play Doom as more of a quick shooter, and going ADS typically slows down the pace of things. So I get that. Hold on, how many toggles to the machine gun? 1, okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Reload, please, reload, reload, reload. This shotgun should not be as good as it is, but I like it. Oh, I thought that was a teleporter at first, but I don't think so, because the bridge extends that way. I think that's just a pillar of fire that, if it slams down on you, will kill you. No, wrong way, wrong way. Machine gun, machine gun. See how easy it is for me to freak out and select the wrong gun? Oh my gosh. What do we got? Shotgun shells. The only thing we need are shotgun shells. Feels like we're in the basement of hell. And this is gonna take us up to the surface level. Okay. Actually, when you enter hell for the first time in Doom 3, not far away from the teleporter pad, there is a skull that's broken apart, and it's half submerged in lava. Maybe that's the area that we come out of in the Lost Mission expansion, and when we destroy the teleporter, some of that explosion destroys the skull. So when Doom Guy arrives, that's why the teleporter is already destroyed, and that's why the skull is submerged. That would make sense. I wonder if that's going to be the case. Okay. Let's save here in case I mess up. We got the shells. Wrong way! Wrong way! When I said wrong way, like, I selected the wrong gun. Nope, nope. Come on, pull up, pull up. Will he take damage from that? No, why would he take damage from that? He's a Hell Knight. Oh! You can't even see me now, come on. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit me. I like how they're so full of themselves they won't charge you. If they did, he would totally destroy me. Oh, I took damage. How did I take damage? I probably get hit by one of his green... Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Should I go back then to get a health pack? Yeah. I should. If I can, if the game lets me. Okay, it will. Because I'm not going to come back. We'll leave that there for now as well. Interesting how we took health damage, but we took no damage to our armor. Is our machine gun? I keep going the wrong way. I've beaten the main game. I'm almost done with the expansion, and I still regularly toggle the wrong way to select the guns that I want. It's like I can't keep it straight in my head. That's why I really wish I could just set the guns to the D-pad buttons that I would prefer, and I wouldn't have to remember like how many clicks left or right, or how many times in which direction I have to go to select a gun. It actually slows the game down, which I know is not what the developers intended to happen. That's why you don't have ADS, so you're forced to run around and hip fire. Alright, we still got 2 full health packs here. If I have to come back. And we still have 1 health pack right there. I'm going to assume, though, yeah, that there's no more enemies until we get there. Like, we just killed a Hell Knight, come on. There can't be any more enemies, right? Until we round out the next... Nope. Nope, I was wrong. I didn't realize there were more supplies up here. Nice. Oh. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Be quiet. Get out of here. I will take the rockets. I need rockets. How many rockets do I have now? 20? That's not bad. Okay. There it is. The end of the basement area. We have small health packs and armor shards in case we need them. We're going to save here just in case. I thought that was an enemy spawning over there. Oh. Meanie. You're a meanie. I hope you know that. Did I just miss? No, I didn't. His torso took damage. Oh, he hit me. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Well, I guess now I need some of this. There we go. In the base game, you see a Hell Knight, you're absolutely terrified. You don't know what to do. But here, or I should say, once you have the double-barreled shotgun, it doesn't seem that bad anymore. Now we got some machine gun ammo, and that's really all we need. So again, let's save here. We made it. Good. Oh, I didn't have that fully... I didn't have it fully loaded because I only had 50 machine gun bullets at the time, that's why. Alright, let's keep going. You think there's going to be anything between us and that door? My guess is yes. Oh my goodness, there's more supplies up there. More BFG 9000. That was close. More BFG 9000 ammo. How hard is this boss going to be? Can I even collect more BFG 9000 ammo? I can. We made it to the other side. Alright, let's evaluate our ammo situation real quick. I forgot about that. I feel like an idiot. Oh well. So, I forgot we have this energy gun. And with this energy gun, if you get close enough, you can pull items. Like, see that health pack down there? If I get a little close here. Well, how close do I have to get, though? Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not an idiot. I was gonna say, I could just, like, pull items, like that ammo shard right there. I don't have to, or I didn't have to run all the way back down to collect it if I needed. I could have just used the gun to grab it. Maybe I could still do that if I stood on top of this. But you have to get pretty close to pull stuff with the gun. Though, if you wanted to, you could use this gun to pull stuff outside of those chambers, so you're not worried about getting hurt. Or you could just drag health items with you all throughout the level, which would have been really, really slow, but would have been really, really smart at the same time. Good amount of handgun bullets. Decent shotgun. I guess we'll make do on machine. I don't think we're going to be using the machine gun too much more in this game. Almost full chain gun. 24 grenades. Full charge on the plasma rifle. I don't think I've even used the plasma rifle in this expansion, except for when I died against that spider boss. 20 rockets. And 34 charges on the BFG 9000. I really hope that they just assume every time a Hell Knight pops up you're using the BFG 9000. And they just don't think by this point in the game you have any ammo left. I hope that's what the thought process is behind dropping so much ammo for the BFG 9000. If not, and they actually considered you as saving all of this all of the charges for the boss, which is what I usually do at the BFG 9000, I'm in a lot of trouble. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's get back to the double-barrel shotgun. Alright. We're going to save here. Let's continue. Made it to the other side of the temple. And game's auto-saving. Bye, hell. I'm gonna save again. And this stream has gone on now for like 3.5 hours. I mean, I did have to step away for like 10 minutes. But I thought we'd be done by now, since there's only 2 levels left. I'm not trusting this. This is too open. Hold on. If I need to, if I have to run away, if I have to retreat, can I fall back here? I can. Okay. Making sure, making sure. Though sometimes you'll be allowed to retreat until a boss spawns and then you'll get locked. Like the doors will shut on you. But we did save right before the doors, so we should be okay. Should we die? I'm not trusting this though. Let's try and go around the perimeter, see if we can see what the game is expecting of us here. Okay. And that's hovering. That looks like some sort of teleporter. But I feel like that can't be the main teleporter in Hell that we have to destroy. It could be, but I feel like it isn't. That's a ring as well. Maybe that just takes us to the boss. It looks like we're going to get in fights down there, though. You can see off to the side, behind that rock over there. Oh my gosh. I thought that was plasma rifle ammo. No, that's more ammo for the BFG 9000. Oh my gosh. What are we going to be fighting? You can tell we're supposed to go down there, but I want to see what's this way, if anything. I wonder how many people just don't pay attention and sprint to the top of this thing and just run right off the edge. I also wonder if enemies are going to sort of spawn out of these circular red lava pits and then just jump down to the arena below. I feel like I can hear something snoring. I didn't mean to jump up that high. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're not going to fight anything down there. Maybe this just takes you to the boss battle. Because there's no health items down here at all that I can see. There's just some ammo in the corner for the BFG 9000. It looks like that's it. And I feel like if you're going to enter a boss arena or an arena with a lot of enemies, that they would give you more supplies than just a small little corner with some large health packs and some BFG 9000 ammo. Some people probably just miss that, and they descend the stairs, walk in the center, and go to the boss. That's probably what it is. Oh yeah, you can engage it. There's a panel back there. Oh, and you can fall off here. So you can't go back after you drop down. Point of no return. Outpost Station 1, this is it. Activate teleporter sequence. Position plane aligned. EPR beams active. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, you can hear the babies again. Can we get me more ammo? Oh, I guess 36 charges is your limit for the BFG 9000. This could be a boss fight. Maybe you try to activate the teleporter. I don't know how you would destroy it if you use it, but whatever. But maybe you try to activate the teleporter. I don't know, I'm trying to think of how this would work. Like, how are we going to destroy this after we take off? Unless we activate it, and once the teleporter becomes active, it beams in a boss. And then we kill the boss, and then there's like a cutscene of us making it out before the boss falls over, dies, and somehow destroys the teleporter in the process. Could be. Could be. Mix them. Alright. Let's go push the button. I also wonder if there's a way to get back up here. Like, can you rocket jump? Can you grenade jump? Probably not. If you could, this would probably make the boss fight super, super cheese easy. Just hang up there the whole time. Or peek over the edge, like, where is it? Where are you? From that place up there, and just shoot at the boss. That would be super cheese. Alright, we're gonna save one more time. If I could, I would totally do that, though. I would just stand up there the entire time throwing my grenades. Alright. Activate teleporter sequence.
Okay, Marine. I'm receiving your signal from the communication relay. The teleporter's warming up. It should only take a few minutes to get to full power, and then I'll be able to send the search to destroy it. Watch your back.
And then he'll be able to do what?
I'm seeing disruption from the energy waves. Marine, there are things moving your way. Look out!
It's Pinky and the Brain. One has a shotgun, the other's going to die. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Teleporters reach 25% capacity. We should be full. There's a redux modulation forming. It might cause a transference wave. Transference wave. Oh no. I've lost control of the modulation.
was trying to get those health packs before it threw me out of there. Now I'm stuck at 63 health. Ow! Uh-oh. Where's he go? Hey! Oh, splash damage. Oh, finally we're back.
Okay, I think I've stabilized it for now. I'm showing the teleporter there at 75%. Just a few more minutes, and I should be able to send the surge. Wait a minute. I'm reading something in an incoming transference wave. Marine, something big is headed your way.
Oh, I guess he's gonna, like, overload the transporter. Oh, it's a Hell Dog! I remember the Hell Dog! We fought this enemy with the, what's it called? The Doom guy in the base game. He's not hard, so long as you use a pillar, you can just round robin him the whole time. I wonder if he's supposed to be the final boss. That'd be kind of funny if he was. And he never really lunges at you, he just keeps doing this over and over again. Though, if he gets too close, he will melee you. And probably kill you in a single hit. You know what? Let me stop wasting the ammo. Let me chain gun this guy. No, I don't want to do that, though. Woo! Because chain gun only really works when you... I can't believe I missed that. Chain gun only really works when you can sustain a line of sight on an enemy. Am I missing? Like, repeatedly with this gun? There we go. I felt like I kept just grazing. I didn't reload. Oh, that hit me. I got too greedy. I wanted to do more direct damage with the shotgun. Final boss.
We've got full power on all systems. I'm sending the surge now.
Oh, so he's using this to
Get to the center of the teleporter.
Oh. Oh, I get it. He was sending some sort of weird signal to overload the teleporter to make it explode. That's right. That's what he said. He said someone had to be in hell to activate.
Darkstar lowering to surface.
I think this is the Arrival of Doom guy.
Darkstar confirmed we have visual moving to pick up.
Or is this the cavalry coming to save Doom guy?
Nice work, Marine.
Oh, Bravo guy survived! That's awesome. I really thought we were going to die there. Trophy earned. Lost Marine. Trophy earned. Lost recruit. So the scientist guy survives as well. That's pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. So we didn't use the BFG 9000 at all during the entire expansion. We barely used the chain gun. We only used it, we ran out of machine gun bullets towards the end. And that was just to kill a normal zombie. We only really used rockets towards the end as well. But that was really fun. That was really tense. The double-barreled shotgun is just an absolute beast. I really wasn't sure if that was going to be the final boss or not. But that was really good. That was really, really good. I wonder if that soldier's ever made mention of again. the Bravo soldier. But that was pretty awesome. We're going to hang out till after the credits to see if there's an epilogue scene. And, yeah. I was thinking about maybe taking a little peek at the intro scene to Resurrection of Evil, which is going to be next Saturday. But I think I'll just wait till next Saturday to gander at that. But good times, we did it! We beat the Lost Mission expansion for Doom 3. After this, I also want to see how long it took us to beat the expansion. I think it took us like 9 hours, but we'll see. According to the website howlongtobeat.com, this should take you 2 hours to beat the whole expansion. It took us 3.5 hours just to beat the last 2 maps. Or did I say 2.5? It took us 3.5 hours to beat the last 2 maps. And there's 8 maps. So I don't know what kind of speedrunners are uploading their times to howlongtobeat.com, but it's throwing stuff off. It's not like that for every game, though, but a few of the games that I play, the times are just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, you can beat this game in like... I remember one of the games, I think it's called... Yeah, it's a PS3 game called I Am Alive. Might also be on the 360. It's also on PC. It said you can beat the whole game in like 3 hours. I think it took us like 15 hours, which is crazy. That's what I've learned typically about the website howlongtobeat.com. When I look up a game and it tells me how long it takes to beat the game, I have to, at a minimum, I have to multiply that time figure by 2.5. Typically, I have to multiply that time figure by 5, and that's how long it's going to take me to beat the game. But maybe I should start uploading my times, because you can do that. You just create an account on the website howlongtobeat.com, and then you upload your time, your completion time, and then it averages your time out with other people's times to give a more accurate representation of how long it should take to beat the game. And I might just do that. But that was really good. Like I said, I think I actually enjoyed the Lost Mission campaign more than all of Doom 3, the base campaign. Though the base campaign of Doom 3 is not bad. I felt it was kind of long, but I feel it needed to be long to really establish the character and to establish the mythos. Because again, chronologically, this is the first game in the Doom series. So I can see why they kind of wanted to stretch it out and insert as much character development, as much story as possible to really sort of set things up. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. So if you like Doom, we will eventually be going through all of the Doom games on this channel. Yeah, the next piece of Doom content we'll be experiencing will be next Saturday, and we're going to start the Resurrection of Evil campaign. I think we resume control of Doomguy, and I have to look it up, but I think it takes place 2 years. It's either 2 months or 2 years, but I think it's 2 years after the conclusion to the core campaign of Doom 3. So we'll see what's become of him. And it is supposed to be a longer campaign than the Lost Mission. I think it's supposed to be like almost... I think it's supposed to be like 50% longer than the Lost Mission. So, yeah, I think we beat the Lost Mission in 3 streams. So we'll probably beat 50% longer. What is that? Like 4 or 5 streams? But, yeah, very fun. Eventually, we'll be shifting to original Doom. But we'll be doing that on our Tuesdays Retro Reminiscence, our retro game streams. OG Doom, then Doom 2, then Doom 64, and then eventually, I'm not really sure if we're going to return with Doom 2016 for Spooky Saturdays, because some people said it's not really a spooky game, it's more of an action game by that point. By that point, Space Marine Guy has truly become Doom Guy, and he's not scared of anything, and he's just destroying everything in his way. At that point, he no longer really fears the demons fear him. And so, if it's not really spooky, then I don't know, we might stream it on Fridays for Franchise Fridays, but if that's the case, we got quite a few games stacked up before we hit that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Doom 2016, then we'll do Doom VFR, and I hope that turns out okay. I hope it doesn't get me nauseous. That is a virtual reality game. And then Doom Eternal. But yeah, we're going to get the entire Doom experience on this channel. Have all the credits gone by already? I haven't really been paying attention. I don't think so. It's ZeniMax France now. But I do always like to let the credits run. Really for 3 reasons. One is to sort of show respect to the people who did work on the game. You know, they put in a lot of hard effort to give us this great piece of entertainment. And I feel like the least we can do, even if we're not really reading it, is to at least sit through the credits. That's at least something I like to do as a token of respect. The second reason I do it is because sometimes at the end of the credits there is an epilogue, and if you just skip the credits you don't get to see the epilogue, and that's kind of crummy. The third reason is sometimes if you sit through the credits you get a trophy. Not many games have that, but I think it's either at least one, but I think it's 2 games that did that, where if you sit through the credits at the end, then a trophy pops, and it's like thank you, or credit champion, or something like that. So, yeah, it doesn't hurt to sit through the credits. They're typically not too long. It's also kind of cool to see how many people it took to give you a game. Like, this was not a large expansion. It was only 8 missions long, and yet look how many names scrolled by. Like, that was a lot of names. Alright, so we did it. That was pretty awesome. Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Next Saturday, the final expansion to Doom 3, Resurrection of Evil. And before we head out, I want to look up what the synopsis is real quick for Resurrection of Evil. Here we go. Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil is an expansion pack for Doom 3, developed by Nerve Software and id Software, and released on April 4th, 2005. The PC version was sold as an expansion pack, requiring Doom 3 to install. The Xbox version, I think it's the Xbox original version, was sold as a standalone game. Interesting. With Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, and Doom 2 Master levels as bonuses on the disc. That's pretty cool. The expansion pack includes several new monsters, as well as 3 new weapons. Ooh, fun, fun. Okay, good. I was looking at the plot, and it gives you like the plot of the game, and then there's a spoiler warning. So I'm going to read up to the spoiler warning, but not include that. Alright, so on Monday, November 15th, 2145, the UAC Mars research base was invaded by the forces of hell after an experiment with the teleportation technology went wrong. The invasion led to the total destruction of the facility, with all personnel killed, so far as they know. 5 days later, on Saturday, November 20th, 2145, the Recon Zulu Marine team found only one survivor, a Marine corporal. No, not really. But then Resurrection of Evil technically came out before Lost Mission, so there's kind of a little snafu in the lore, but that's fine. I guess they actually found 3 people. They found Doom Guy, they found Bravo Squad Guy, and they found a scientist who aided Bravo Squad Guy. So only 3 people actually survived. Important UAC personnel, such as the company's lawyer and counselor, Elliot Swan, and his bodyguard, Jack Campbell, who arrived hours before the outbreak to make an assessment of the whole Mars operation and enact damage control if necessary, were found dead. Aww. We see Jack Campbell die. We never see Elliot Swan die, though we assume he's going to. Master Sergeant Thomas Kelly and the other Delta Lab scientists were also found dead. Yeah, we actually kill Master Sergeant. The Marine team had no information regarding the fate of Dr. Malcolm Betruger. He remained in hell at the end of the core campaign of Doom 3. The chief scientist of the Delta Labs who, unknown to them, had become a demon named Maledict. I knew he became a demon. I didn't know that he was, like, in control. I kind of got the feeling that he became a demon, but, like, he sort of got absorbed into another demon, and he was just sort of, not a slave, but he couldn't really control himself anymore. On Sunday, May 1st, 2146, okay, so that's like half a year later, an orbital probe recorded a faint, unidentified signal broadcast from the abandoned Mars Site 1 complex. Months later, on Monday, August 8th, 2146, so now almost a full year after the end events of Doom 3, the UAC Board of Directors announced the renewal of the Mars program, now led by Dr. Elizabeth McNeil, an ex-colleague of Betruger. Ooh, that's a mistake. Who had transferred off Mars days before the outbreak and was the original one who requested Counselor Swan's presence on Mars. I remember that. I remember that from the base game of Doom 3. She requested the presence, and I don't know why she left. I don't know if she was dismissed by Betruger, or if, yeah, I don't know. Or if she just chose to leave. But I remember her name in the PDA logs. McNeil's main objective was to continue the experiments on Mars and discover what Betruger unleashed. Once more, strange occurrences haunt the facility. The player now takes control of a combat engineer marine. He is older than the original Doom 3's protagonist. But is he the same guy, or is he a new third character? Well, actually, Combat Engineer Marine is clickable, so let's click it and see what happens. Doom's protagonists. Okay, so these are all unique characters. So there's a small snippet here on the wiki that says, there are other Marine characters introduced in some of the expansion packs as well. including the Marine Engineer of Resurrection of Evil and the one Bravo Marine from Lost Mission. Okay, so in Resurrection of Evil, we're playing as a different character again. We're not playing as the base Doom guy. So the base Doom guy did the bulk of the work. So Resurrection of Evil actually takes place, it looks like 1 year after the end of the base game. Yeah, just about. I think the base game ends on like November 17th, and the following year on August 8th, so almost a year, is when the second game begins. Actually, says that's the date the board of directors decided to renew the program, but maybe it took them a year to get people back on the Mars base and clean everything up. So maybe it is 2 years, but we'll see. We'll see once we get into the game and get some PDF files. Oh, it is 2 years. I just read one sentence below the spoiler tag. It says, on Friday, March 17th, 2147, the Marine and his team were sent by the archaeologist-scientist Viktor Kharkov to investigate a hidden chamber deep within Mars, beneath the Erebus Labs complex, with the supervision of McNeil. And I'm not going to read any further than that. But, interesting, a hidden chamber. I think that's the chamber with the tablets on it. So then that's not really 2 years after the events. That's like a year and a half after the end of the end game. After the end of the end game? After the end of the Doom 3 campaign. So, okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright. Let's see who's on and who's streaming here. Yep, I know who we're gonna raid. Okay. So today, my streamer friend, Mr. Charles Q. Banks, is having a 12-hour stream in celebration of hitting 700 followers. And I think he's on his last game. He did a few things earlier, some reaction videos, or some reactions to YouTube videos, some Bible readings, some Silent Hill 3 gameplay, and now he's finishing it off with New Game Plus mode of Demon Souls. And so I am interested to see how much further he's gotten. And so let's throw him a raid. And here we go. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who came out tonight. So yes, thank you to General Organa, thank you to Chatu, thank you to Brandon, thank you to Creepy. Actually, hold on. Let me cancel that real quick. I do want to give as many thank yous as I can. I do like to recognize people who make themselves known in chat. Thank you to Atom for coming out. Thank you to Shaggy. Thank you to Minogdi. I like that name. Minogdi. Thank you to Ratika. Thank you to Jamera. And yes, that is everyone who made themselves known in chat tonight. So thank you everyone for keeping me company. Thank you for being here. Also, thank you to the lurkers. I hope you were entertained by either the game, myself, or a combination of the two. And I look forward to having y'all here again. So if you're looking for more Doom 3, yes, we will be back next Spooky Saturdays to begin the Resurrection of Evil expansion. The next time I'll be streaming in general will be Monday from Monday Marvels. Our stream day dedicated typically to indie games, and we'll be starting a new one called Journey of the Broken Circle. It is a platformer, and it's supposed to be about relationships and a little bit of existentialism. So, some mildly profound discourse packaged in platform game. Or packaged in platform game form. I don't know. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. So maybe I'll see some of you then. Or maybe I'll see you all next Saturday for Resurrection of Evil. Or in the stream of Charles for some Demon Souls. Either way, have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. And I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye. And cheers.